Okay, and after that insanity, welcome back to Castlevania! Harmony of Dissonance.
I'm eating s'more cereal?
Yes, he's eating some more cereal.
Yeah.
Go, my bouncy fireball of... Jeez, you could have that thing lead you in song lyrics.
Yeah.
It's like, just follow the bouncing fireball of death.
Yeah. Follow the bouncing fire. So this is apparently Jacob's favorite cereal. It's basically Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Cocoa Puffs, I guess, and marshmallows. It's making s'mores. Let's see what I think of it.
Okay, before... By the way, these guys... Most LPs I've seen, people tend to ignore these guys because they say they're not worth fighting because they like to block a lot, but because they like to jump around over your head, it's just like... Just get them to jump over your head and then whip them in the back. Ow.
Amazing!
Well, of course it's amazing. It's freaking s'mores as a cereal.
You know what? Well, I've had s'more, like, official, well, this is official too, but I've had, like, Kellogg s'mores, which is also good, by the way. It's how you go. Just,
By the way,
nice. Fed that demon.
it's funny because that effect was from the combination of the Fire Spell book and the Axe sub-weapon, which in another LP I've seen from someone named Nintendo Addict, said that both of those things were essentially useless. Huh. He normally likes to jump over my head. I don't know why he's not jumping over my head.
So, this is basically...
There it goes.
This is basically Lucky Charms, if you actually like the rest of the cereal.
But I do like the rest of the cereal.
I mean, I don't hate the rest of Lucky Charms, but when I run out of marshmallows, I kind of get sick of it. Because they go pretty good with marshmallows, but I always end up not having enough marshmallows at the end of the bowl.
Oh, that's a problem that everyone has.
We need an increase in marshmallows. You know what? We'd probably still end up with not enough marshmallows at the end of the bowl, even if they did that.
Oh, it's just the way they get mixed in. Come on, skeleton flail! You flailed! I mean, failed!
Oh, $4 well spent.
Uh-huh. Ah, great. More lip smacking in the microphone.
I did that on purpose! I did that on purpose.
Yes. It's a thing because, like, whenever I would go visit my dad on the weekends, anytime I would eat, he'd be like, Mike, I don't need to hear you eating. Stop that lip smacking. Mike, stop with that lip smacking. And I'm like, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. It's just...
Let's see.
It's just something he drilled into... And it's like, I can't even hear it when you eat normally, but it gets picked up in the microphone. And it drives me insane. It probably wouldn't even bother me if it wasn't for my dad being like, don't smack those lips, don't do it. You know, don't make noise while you eat, like the noises that a normal person would make when they eat.
Can you hear it, like, if I do this while you're talking? I wonder. Is the microphone, like, it pick it up well enough so that...
Anyways, going down here, into this devoid of color room. Ow!
Ow!
Oh, god damn it. It didn't do... It's because he managed to get a hit on me. Back up! Back up, back up, back up, back up, back.
I used to be a monster in Dracula's army, and then I took a whip to the knee!
Thank you! And now I can go and find the merchant who looks a lot like Judge Frollo from Disney's Hunchback of Notre Dame.
It's like, with fire, the candle is not much fire at all.
In fact, maybe you should voice this guy as Judge Frollo.
Welcome.
Why do you have a shop in a place like this?
Well, being the wandering merchant that I am...
You need to speak up a bit.
Being the wandering merchant that I am during my travels, I was suddenly swallowed up by a dense fog and ended up here. Gypsies!
Still, there's no need for you to set up a shop in a place like this.
At first, I spent some time looking for an exit. I couldn't find one, so... Without other options, I opened up for business right here. So what can I do for you?
You're not a gypsy, are you? I don't
sell... Are you a gypsy? I killed Gypsy! Actually, you know what that makes me think of? Ren and Stimpy when they'd run into the fireman, and he'd always be like, I tell you for the last time, I've had it up to here with you people! Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were circus midgets. He'd do that every time they met. I was like, I've had it! Oh, sorry. Thought you were circus midgets. And the best thing is there's actual payoff to that in an episode where Ren and Stimpy are dressed up as clowns, and they're trying to hitchhike, and they get into a car. It's like, yeah, get in! And it pans over, and like the fireman's sitting there. Circus midgets! It's like, uh-oh. That's not good.
Bomber armor. He dies. Have multiple multi-hitting fireballs. One thing I've noticed other people do is it seems like everyone has their favorite weapons and spellbook combinations, where it's like you'll watch a playthrough and you'll hardly ever see anything else. And I've pretty much, like in practice runs and the like, I've been experimenting with a whole bunch of different weapon and spellbook combinations, and I've just decided I don't like every weapon and spellbook combination, but I do like every weapon and every spellbook. Just not every combination they can make. But every weapon can be useful and every spellbook can be useful. Every weapon can be useful with the right spellbook, every spellbook can be useful with the right weapon. So, yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna mix it up and... like, even the frickin' knife. You know, even weapons that I normally avoid in other Castlevania games, it's like, I'm going to be using. And I found a chair. Hector would be so proud of me right now. This game continues the Castlevania tradition of having oddly out-of-place time period items. By the way, these guys can curse you, which, in this game, a curse... I'm forced to do the Belmont Shuffle! Honestly, that's a better walk cycle.
I was gonna say, that's actually better animated than your regular walk cycle. It just looks like it's missing frames.
Knife with, Firebook.
Oh, that's really cool.
You notice how the knives all go around me?
Uh-huh.
When I have enough mana, I'll show it off again, but it takes a lot of mana. Okay, you see this? Oh, you missed it. When the knives are all around me, only the top one will light up on fire, and I have to quickly press the directions on the D-pad to make the rest of them light up.
Huh.
So that's a spellbook combination that actually takes player skill to use. But it costs the same amount of mana regardless, and if you're pretty much terrible at it, then it's practically worthless. Whoa, what a nice room. Maybe a bit tasteless. Perhaps some furniture. Okay, I guess I'll try putting this down right here.
Are you in Dracula's castle right now?
Technically, yes.
So you're decorating Dracula's castle.
A single room in it. Justy is the best happy home designer.
Okay, dang it, that's almost an episode right there.
Oh, And here's knife with the ice spellbook.
Hey, Tayu, we're not letting you back in the room. See, quit it.
And of course, the knife without a spellbook just lets me stab things from a distance. It is the weakest sub-weapon. But with spellbooks, it can actually be very useful. Ooh! Sacred Fist.
Oh yeah, I got it! I'm back! I'm back, baby! I'm able to do it. I'm not sure what was up that one day. That was weird.
Well, actually, that was the day we came... That was the day after our Busch Gardens trip, and I think we were both just...
Oh man,
exhausted.
Crazy. We talked about that last time. Right?
Yeah. In fact, if the commentary for the past 2 episodes of this were kind of lacking, that's why we had come back from a really long day trip, and we were just both.
I feel great now compared to that day. Like I feel wide awake, not tired at all, and my eyes.
I'm awake. I'm wide
awake.
Speaking of which. The name of the first song you hear in Castlevania Circle of the Moon, well, the first, level area song is actually called Awake.
That's the attack you're using right now looks kind of similar to the weapon that my brother found in Symphony of the Night, except kind of a bit more slashy. And apparently that weapon can just wreck everything.
By the way, if this skull looks a bit familiar to any Metroid fans out there, they might just want to Croco admire it. It pretty much looks like the skull from Crocomire in Super Metroid.
Huh.
Also, you can see a reference to that skull in a level of Donkey Kong Country Returns.
It's funny you mentioned Donkey Kong when that happens. You didn't do that on purpose, did you?
What, the
barrel carrying skeletons, and then a barrel just hops along?
They're skeleton apes, by the way, and they were in Symphony of the Night.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
you voiced this
guy. Oh man, what was his voice again? Justy, there you are.
What's happened, Maxim? Have you found Liddy?
How dare you ask me of Liddy? You're one of her captors, aren't you?
Huh? What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Forget it. Really? You're asking us to forget that? I know not the scope of your power, Belmont, but I will not let you have her!
What's happened to you? What's happened to you? You're not your normal self.
I got new powers to surpass your strength, but first, the woman. Farewell. May you rot away within the walls of this castle. I mean, like all these guys. Look at all these skulls.
Wait, Maxim! Was that truly Maxim? Did my eyes and ears deceive me? You notice Maxim's background in his portrait was red, as opposed to being blue.
Critical.
Critical hit! Stop throwing boomerangs. It's not
like
working.
they're wearing the clothes that the dwarf wore in Golden Axe. I know.
It's like he wants to be in here, but when he's in here, he wants to be out.
Why he wants to be in there? Because according to Jake, he just likes to be where the people are, and Jake isn't here right now. So we're, and Josh has a dog, so we're like Tayu's only option. It's like, no, Tayu. I mean, might be able to let you in like in between episodes, but then you're gonna have to get kicked out again.
You're a big flail, you skeleton flail!
I mean, you can't even attack even once? Come on! Come on!
Holy book, we haven't seen that with fire yet. By the way, hey Mark.
Yeah.
Does this guy look familiar?
Yeah. Whoa! Hide behind the shield.
This was the first boss from Castlevania 3.
Yeah.
He was also the boss in that one catacomb level that every time I hit him would keep making bones appear.
Wow, you wrecked him.
Did I?
What?
Oh, that's some bull right there, let me tell ya.
Dang. He regenerated from his shield. That's just what it looked like.
He keeps coming back to his shield. This guy is weakness to lightning, and it is possible to get a yellow stone for your whip before fighting him, but I just went this way for expedience sake. All will become clear. I know you're not dead. Come on out of there.
He keeps coming back from the shield. Wait, where's the shield?
What shield? Okay, stop shooting stomach lasers.
Care Bear Stare! Taste the
Actually,
rainbow!
I was thinking more along the lines of, I'm getting a stomach ache. Does shooting too many lasers give you a tummy ache? Does it? Does it? Well, you're dead now.
Because your shield got destroyed, I guess.
Excellent! Sylph Feather. Now I can double jump. I can jump, I can jump, I can double jump. How many minutes are
17 minutes.
Also, I wonder if I'll be able to actually show this off. Oh, I can show it off with this candle. Jump, jump, home in.
You got a homing attack?
With the double jump.
You're like Sonic the Hedgehog.
And after you jump off their heads, you can do another double jump. You can use this for sequence breaking.
Huh.
Yeah, I'll stick with the axe.
And my axe. Flying
missed.
bone. Flying bone.
In most games, they're called flying skeletons.
Huh. That
A lot of the names in this game are different from what they are in other Castlevania games of this kind.
Huh.
Like, for example, remember how I kept calling those one enemies Beholders?
Ow.
In, like, Super Castlevania and whatnot?
Uh-huh.
That's because that's what they're usually called in most Metroidvania-style games. But in this game, they're called Peeping Eyes.
Huh.
I think it goes back and forth.
Level up. Leather cap. Level up, leather cap.
That's a place I can't go yet, but I just wanted to show that and get that leather cap while I could. Out of my way.
Anti-venom. Spider-Man, we are here! Anti-venom, no!
Anti-venom. It's just an antidote. I don't know why they have to call it anti-venom. It's like, just call it
Just call it antidote!
Like, everyone who plays games knows what that is.
That's what it's called in nearly every RPG that's ever existed.
Ever.
The big skeleton.
Whoops. Bye. Destroyed chest. Oh.
Guys, where'd you go, guys? It's like, we got him outnumbered. Oh no, guys, guys!
Max.
Yeah, I got them all in one shot.
One shot!
Yeah. Well, that was my fail. Let me try that again.
Bye. Ever since Rondo of Blood, enemies just pretty much always telegraph their attacks. That was the first game that really, like, had enemies telegraph what they were going to do. So in that game, if you ever got hit, it was pretty much your fault.
Ow! Stop that.
Watch that statement come back to bite me in the ass next year when I play Rondo of Blood.
20 minutes! Perfect!
S.
Okay.
Well, oh, by the way, I actually do know what dissonance means now. I googled it.
Uh-huh.
And I did say I might tell you might find out what it meant in this episode. Well, I guess you'll have to stick around for longer. Oh, I might have spiked the mic there. Ew.
You spiky Mikey! Spiky Mike!
Well, I guess you'll have to watch for the next
Maybe
episode.
I have this up. Oh, wait. Didn't I have this, like, up higher because you were in a state? Yeah. This okay, I just turned it down to 70 instead of 80.
Okay. Yeah, I'll edit that audio. Bye. Oh, right. Before I forget, to subscribe and a subscription button in the upper left-hand corner, playlists in the right-hand corner, and other playlists in the
Playlist!
other corners. Toodles and noodles, y'all.
Jaguar, Jaguar, Jaguar!